Alright guys, welcome back to some modded Minecraft here on the Minecraft Crackpack server. And first of all, I want to thank you all very much for your positive feedback about the room we built. You guys liked it a lot. You had a lot of suggestions. I also asked for a cool tool. I think the atomic disassembler was suggested a lot. Atomic, is that thing still in? Yeah, there it is. We might try to make one of those. It looks complicated though. We need a metallic infuser to make it. Okay. Atomic alloy, what is that? Compressed obsidian. We need an enrichment chamber and stuff. We need different things to be able to... What is that? An atomic doll? How do you make that? Can't see the recipe for it. So to make that we need a bunch of stuff. Yeah, diamond dust and whatnot. We might look into that, but we need to build a bunch of machines, so it's probably not gonna happen today. Today I want to get the ME system up and running, and for that you also gave a lot of good feedback. And one thing I want to do for you guys real quick, look what we have, so many morphs. You guys were like, man, it's so distracting and it's quite loud outside. I hear some trucks rolling by when I'm in bed mode, and then I'm always so low down, you know, on one block high. It kind of freaked out your perspective a bit when you're looking at things. So now I'm walking around in original size, and we can have a look at this room again. And the cool thing is, with my draconic armor I can jump up there, but yeah, that's a different story. So here we go. I added more of these co-processing units, so now we have these 3 high towers. And there was also some feedback about here these molecular assemblers. People said the most efficient setup for those things, and we could fit it in here. So yeah, maybe eventually we do that. Would be if you stack 8, let's say, or better say 8, of these crafting or what is it, interfaces on top of each other, and then have always 4 touching, and then do it 8 high. That's the most efficient setup. But yeah, it's costly, and we might expand. Another good suggestion was there is also other interfaces. There are like panel style interfaces, and those are those. And this is pretty much a multi-block thing. You can have multiple of those in one block, and you get them easily by just taking a regular interface and crafting them or recrafting them. And then I could have literally 5 interfaces in here, all being connected to each molecular assembler individually. Because such an interface can only handle so much, so if I stick more in there, the system would be more efficient. And we might definitely look into that, you know, when we extend the system. For now, I want to have it basically up and running. So I tried out these facade thingies. You make one of those cutting knives, and then you cut down iron into little bits and pieces, and then you can stick whatever block you want on them, and then you can pretty much create these facades. And yeah, also made a bunch of cable, and here are also dense cable. And yeah, I guess now it's time to dig around a bit and wire everything up. The thing is with the facade blocks though, I show you. For example, I could have a dense cable here connecting to our controller, right? So if I do the facades now, this happens. You see? Like if we use the factory blocks, they connect. If we use them with the carpenter or facade thingies, they stay individual, like so. So yeah, and it makes a glass breaking sound. The thing is now, with the pillars, if I do the cables inside the pillars, let's say a cable comes up here, and then I'd cover it like this, the pillars would really look shitty, because they would be not nicely connected like they are now, and I totally don't like the look. So most likely our main cables, and we will have 4 different colors, will go up outside the room, like behind these pillars maybe, and then go up and then towards the middle and then straight up towards our tree there. So I'm thinking it's cool to have these facades, but sadly they don't really nicely connect. I don't know if there is a way to do that, but it is what it is, so we can't really use them. So that's what I learned from the feedback from your comments on the last episode, which is also always really helpful. And yeah, that's what we're gonna do now. Wire that stuff up a bit. These dense cables also, of course, come in different colors. You can simply dye them. If you do so, you can get different colored channels. And therefore, because one of those cables can have 32 channels, and if you want to have a bit of a more complicated system, we probably need different colors. But for now, I'm just gonna run a dense cable all the way around here and connect these things. For here, we can definitely use normal cable, for now at least, because the normal cables can carry 8 channels, and these molecular assemblers don't really count. They don't add to the channels used. Only this interface would count. So even if we upgrade this and use 5 of these panel style interfaces, it should still be fine to go down and connect here with a regular cable. To those things we could probably also use regular cable, but yeah, we'll see. So I'll just dig along here, and then we put some cables in, and I do some more wiring, and when I'm done with that, I'll be back. That sounded so Arnold Schwarzenegger like. Alright guys, the cable work is done. I run, this is 7 of 32 channels are used for that thing. That totally makes sense now. 1, 2, 3, and the 4 interfaces makes 7. And that is the one cable I'm gonna use down here. That is a non-colored cable, and this one will be used for anything down here which is related to crafting and all. And there you can see it. I have it connected like so, very simple. And then I just use the facades. I'll show you that real quick, to cover it up, and it nicely bends around there and hides those cables nicely. You can see there's these cable holders, or however they are called, and yeah, then it's nicely hidden. You cannot see no cable, and here the cable is coming up, and we also gonna cover it like so. And 1 second, I had some factory blocks here. So I went over to the main base and grabbed all my stuff, all the drives and whatnot, and I think for now I will install the drives here. We can fit this in an energy acceptor. I don't really know if it's 100% needed, but it doesn't matter in the end. So we're gonna put these here. I wonder if we can have these facing up. Can we flip it? No, just like that. They always go in like this. Okay, so it's alright. We will have a monitor to see our drives and all. We should be able to squeeze that in down here, and I think I'm gonna go 1 block lower to have a bit more space. In here I'm gonna have a battery of vibrant capacitor banks. I have 2 right now. In those 50 million RF is stacked. So if we put them next to each other like that, they connect. So we have 50 million right now. And then pretty much to power the whole system up, we would just use some of our cables here, the enhanced energy conduits, and then we will connect that. But first I want to stick my drives in here, all the drives I have. So in one I had all the 1K. We might eventually upgrade those, we will see. And in the other one I had all the 64K drives. So that's said and done now, And now we just need a monitor here, and therefore I want to use some of the cable I made here, that is the black energy cable or black connection cable, and I guess we put that in this corner here. Okay, so here, and then it will go down later, or we should go down already actually, like so, and then bring it in here. Okay, so we have it here, and that can be used to connect all sorts of things. And for now I'm thinking I will put okay, oh, that is weird. Okay, we need a cable first. Okay, give me that. Clonk. So we can also use a normal cable here. We don't need to have a multi-channel cable, so we can save up a bit. Let's take that, and I think I will bring that around like so to have it down here, and then we use this cable here, stick it onto that, and now we should be able to have our monitor here facing up. It's too low. Okay, we need one more cable. Where are they? Here. Okay, get them in here. Connects to here now as well. Can I say I don't want that? If I do this, I think there is a tool. There is this wrench where you can disconnect. Also, you could make these. Yeah, I know what to do. I know what to do. It's not a big deal that it's connecting there right now. Now I wonder if I put. Oh yeah, that works. The facade is smart. Okay, now we have an access terminal here. Of course, the thing is now not powered up. The last thing we need to do is connect to down here. Let's see how much energy that thing eats. Okay, and now I also need to tell this conduit connector. Sometimes you don't really get that right away in. Okay, and now our system is powered up. Let's see if we can access it. Yeah, sweet. All our stuff we had is now accessible from here. Let's see how much energy that eats. Wow, quite a lot, about 180 RF at the moment per tick, just to keep it running. Okay, those are all connected. Power is stored in those. Yep. And those things are online, and this is online too. So everything is online. We can see the colors here. Nice. Okay, so I probably have this one access terminal down here just to have it, and then we can have 4 more storage drive holders later down the road to have it all in total of how many, like 10 drives per, and then if you stack them all with 64K, it should be a lot of space. And you know, if needed, we can still stack some more down here, so that is all good. And we have one black main cable coming out connecting to that, and we can have yeah, at least, I don't know, if you want to like connect cables to all of those, so we should have enough channels to do whatever we want to do. Sweet. Okay, so that works. Now we can do some testing and try to program yeah, some recipes and stuff, and try out the autocrafting for the first time. I might, in the meantime, while I look into that, disable this. Let's see. Yeah. This has 0, 0. Okay, it's draining rather quickly. That means I definitely need to set up an energy production ASAP. and then transfer some energy down there. Okay. I might ask Nebris if he gives me one of his solar panels. He has really highly upgraded solar panels. And maybe we can run with solar panel power for a little while, until we also make more of these vibrant capacitor banks. Just have an energy storage down here. Okay. I might actually run these cables. This one I should run a bit higher, to be honest. It should run right below here, so we can have the capacitor banks below. Yeah, let's fix that real quick. Let's take that out and get those back, and then come up with the cable. And yeah, these can also go then, and then come up with the cable like so, that we have space below for one energy buffer we have in the system, because the ME system can never go down. That's really important. And now it's shut off. It used all the energy after we disconnected it. So how much did we consume just from running it a while? Yeah, already 750,000 just for keeping it going a little bit. So we definitely need a decent energy production going right now. Alright guys, so I've been trying out some more stuff, setting up the autocrafting, and I first want to address these things here. So as you can see now, I have a tower of 4 of these ME interfaces stacked above each other. I tried this thing here. You can make these flat interfaces, and I tried to hook it up to our 5 cluster we had before, but sadly those flat interfaces didn't power the molecular assemblers. So the autocrafting was not functional this way. So I thought, alright, then I do what people suggested, make a stack of 4 kind of above each other. That is what we can fit in here, and then have the molecular assemblers set up around it. So the thing is, these ME interfaces can store up to 9 patterns. So if you have 4 here, we have 4 times 9, that is 36, and that times 4, because we have 4 in the corners here, so we have 4 times 36 patterns, auto-crafting recipes we can store. So that's how that works. Here I have a pattern terminal, and I made a test pattern. I programmed in to make like a charcoal block from 9 charcoals just to test it. What you do then is you put a blank pattern in here, say encode the pattern, and then you have a thing, it is called, what is it, ME interface terminal, that shows you all the recipes you have going. Why does it only say 5 molecular assemblers here though? Oh, maybe because in total 5 interfaces are set up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and this one 5. The others don't have any. I'd assume. Nothing. 11, 5, 6. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Yep. The nothing means the others we have going. That is those. 8 plus 3 is 11. Yep. Okay, all makes sense. So what you do then, you take this pattern from here, and then you can put it in here, and then the pattern gets stored in one of those interfaces. I don't know where it is now, probably here, I think, in one of those. And then you can pretty much autocraft stuff, which is really cool. Let's look at our coal here. Let's say I made a bunch of charcoal blocks here, quite a lot. And then when you're out, you can just say craft. Let's make 100 or so, just for a test. Then you click next. It tells you we have so and so many charcoal available here, and that is needed to craft 100 of those blocks. You click start, and there you see it. It was stored over here. Those molecular assemblers do it now, and here you can see what is worked on at the moment, and you can see it is rather quick, already done. And now we have 100 more charcoal blocks in the system here, which is pretty neat, liking it. So yeah, what I would have to do now is to make more of those molecular assemblers, um, yeah, for all these columns here over time, and upgrade the system by doing that. I also made a tesseract here, this tesseract frequency 77 that's taken, and it's set to receive energy only at the moment. And with that, we're charging our bank down here, which is 50 million RF. At the moment, you know, it's pretty much full, so there's no energy coming over. And for a test, I have it hooked up to, let's go there. Whee! Back to the old base. Here is the tesseract, and it pretty much, yeah, uses the generator setup we have here. Right now, of course, this thing is not being fed anymore with charcoal because, yeah, the system is partially disassembled here. And funny thing is, though, although this area is definitely not chunk loaded, maybe it's in spawn chunks or whatever. Why is there kind of sheep in there? Well, the thing is not powered here at all anymore. Somebody had my sheep farm running, and when I came back there was a bunch of escaped sheep. But yeah, this area seems to be loaded, and I was able to send energy through quite a lot, 1,000 RF per tick surplus when all the things here were running. From here to the treehouse, which is 5,000 blocks away. So I don't know how that all goes together, but yeah, what I would have to do now is pretty much, yeah, is that, what is that? Import bus. Okay, is I need to take the tree farm setup and rebuild that all closer to the tree we have going on, and yeah, get a steady energy production where I'm living. So pretty much have to tear this all down and then move it all. That is the next job. And then later on we can also look in more complicated production situations with our system we have going on. You can also hook up all kinds of machines and whatnot to that. But for now, we have a running system, which I'm really pleased about, and I think everything makes sense. So, two big jobs: make more molecular assembler thingies, and yeah, start transferring our energy production to over here. Because yeah, I just want to have it centralized, and I guess that makes sense. Okay, guys, few hours later, I've dug out this gigantic hole here. It's 19 by 20 high or something, and completely rebuilt the tree farm like we had before. Everything hooked up. Here is the charcoal cache, main cable coming down, and all the machines connected to it again. Here we have our steam dynamos, like you know from before. Here's our tesseract that sends energy up to our main bank below the IE system, or ME system better say. And I added one smart little thing here to the whole system, and you can see it here. That's an ME level emitter. With those things you can check for content in your ME system, and depending on how much you have, send out different redstone signals. So what I did is I set it to emit redstone if we have 5,000 or more charcoal in the system. That means right now we have like 94,000 or something, an insane amount. Right now, as you can see, the harvester is getting a redstone signal, and that is coming from this ME level emitter there. So pretty much as long as we have enough charcoal, the whole tree farm situation down here is shut down. There will be no additional charcoal produced. Still though, those things are running. I mean, they are just getting charcoal from the system. Yeah, producing the power, transferring it through that line and up. I have one glowstone sitting here in the middle of the tree farm to make sure everything can grow. And as you can see, we can grow a nice bush here. Lots of trees, and yeah, below I also, if you go in here, have one of those lily pads of growth installed. And that's about it. Enough channels available to run everything here. We have 8 channels used on this side connected. We have 8 channels used here on this side in total. And then we open up an additional line of channels here for the hardened cache, which stores up to 40,000 charcoal, which will be in the end not needed because right now I'm having the tree farm shut off and it will keep on running until 5,000. Then we also clear out the charcoal we have sitting in our system right now. Also installed another elevator down below here. Yeah, so we can easily maintain and access the tree farm if need be. Here's the receiving tesseract, and yeah, you know that already goes into this bank here. And now the thing is up and running, working wonderfully. I made a few more molecular assemblers, so right now we have, I think, 10 online in total, 10 banks. Yep, but I need to make a few more to complete that. And that's it. We have our system up and running. We transferred the energy over. So last but not least for today, we want to give a little overview what is planned next. So obviously we need our ore farm sheep and the other stuff we had built over at the base already and need to transfer that over to this place. And I'm thinking up here in the tree crown, I want to set up the grinder somewhere. We have enough space there. I just need to make sure when I chop out stuff here, the leaves don't decay. That would be a shame if you ruin this beautiful tree. So we have to be careful. I'm not quite sure how these trees behave. I mean, there's lots of logs in there. We might have to stick some logs back and maybe find another tree of these sort and get all the leaves from it with shears or something, so we can patch it up in case something stupid happens. But I think it's pretty much a lot of small trees packed into one tree, and if we keep the leaves kind of close by, we shouldn't see that much decay, and we can have stuff popping out from there. And also, of course, there will be balconies on the different layers. For example, here is one window. Oh yeah, and it's dark in there. Mobs are spawning. And then we will have balconies around. Somebody suggested I should make a face here. Not quite sure if that fits with the theme. We'll also have some small other builds here on the island, but the tree will be our main base. So yeah, we completed that. Made good progress today. I'm very happy about what we accomplished. It was quite some work. It took a few hours to dig this whole thing out down below here and rebuild anything, and crafting and testing. But everything seems to work flawlessly now. Very happy, and I hope you're happy too with this episode. Hope you enjoyed it, and I see you soon. Make sure to leave some likes. I'm out. Bye guys.